All right, everybody, how's it going? Welcome to another episode of San Diego State basketball here with College Hoops 2K8. I wanted to go back to the Legacy home. There we go. 21-5. We're doing okay in our conference. 9-4. I mean, I think I could be doing a lot better. To know that most of our losses have come as these ridiculous, like, just barely barely losing. So Brigham Young's not bad. Losing to Brigham Young isn't a huge thing. Air Force was like some luck-based stuff. Losing to Wyoming is just embarrassing, and then once again losing to Colorado State is just, I don't know how. Don't understand how managed to do this. But I can maybe redeem myself here by beating UNLV again and taking a spot here in the top 15. If I continue like this, maybe I can get myself like I think right now I'd probably sit at like a 4 seed. I'd like to maybe change that, maybe a 2 or 3 seed. I think I'm far past the ability to get a 1 seed, and maybe even a 2 seed. But I bet you a 3 seed is not out of the realm of possibility, because that would be like the top 12 teams. We're already at 17. If we beat number 10 UNLV, I can easily see us getting there. I'm going to have to compete in the PAC tourney or whatever in conference. Yeah. I'm going to try to at least skip through the first one, because I imagine it's not going to be like a huge thing, you know. Oh, look at that. Oh, my God. How is that not? Every like, that was the move I wanted. That was the post move. Why are you guys? Must be on zone defense or something. There you go. Let's try to really like lay it in on him here. Oh! You know what? Oh, damn! I thought. That wasn't a good idea. Oh, wait. I mean, he made a lot of open ones. I don't know if game time comes and he can do that, though. There you go. Just put it down in the post. The thing I'm not used to, somehow I've done really well with this team, but the thing I'm not used to is I'm not used to having, like, not a lot of good shooters. I looked. I have, like, 2 people with, like, an 80 or above 3-point. Like, that's pretty much it. Really? Basket interference? I mean, it was pretty much rolled out by that point. I really don't agree with that.
Skip pass, baseline.
Come on. Actually, I need to look. Where is it at? Man-to-man. Here they are in man-to-man. There you go.
Wonderful execution. Backs in. Right wing.
There you go. Oh.
Witherspoon dumps it off. Dishes it to the right.
I meant to. Oh, no. Oh, it was a blocking foul. Okay, cool.
Just got a little too physical.
Just sitting here thinking maybe I had ended up out of bounds or something. Let me see. What do we got here? Come over here. Pick and roll.
Leads him with the pass.
Oh, that's on me. That's on me. Oh, my God. How is 2 of you sitting there and we still allowed that nonsense? Oh, my God. Okay, hang on. They want to play this game. All right. This is... Oh, my... No. Why are we the ones that are collapsing right now? I'm not calling timeout, though. They want to play this game. That's fine. Let's play this game.
Cleveland backs him down. That last shot was dunked down. He can really kill you down there, Vern.
This is what you want to do.
Ryan, step back over the midcourt line there.
Yep.
That's an over and back violation. Obviously, that could have been
Good job on your over and back.
That's just one of those mental mistakes that happens every once in a while.
And Arenas.
Boom, inbounds the ball.
I wonder if it's Nilbert Arenas.
The left wing. Backs in.
That was dumb.
Cleveland takes it up. Laid in with the
There you go.
draped all over it.
At least my big men are
They
great.
take a 2-point lead. Right around 9
I like my
minutes left in the
solid big men underneath the hoop.
half. Park has it left wing. Dishes. Top of
Hey,
the
Jack.
Ryan.
It's like perfect timing.
The three
It's like, I talked about my solid big men, and then you showed up.
by one. They've got the defense, and it's minute. Boom, backs down. Turned away.
Oh, they tried to get up and over him. There you go. Got there that time.
Front 10-9. Parks brings it up court.
There you go. I'm looking at the hoop.
Doyle takes it up.
Nope.
Luck.
Ah,
Has picked up his first
you're a
foul.
solid big man. You gotta buy some more discount Halloween candy tomorrow. I thought about, like, I was at the grocery store and I couldn't find it. Because I thought about that. I'm like, oh yeah, there's gotta be, you know where I need to go? Dollar General. That was the place. I don't know how prevalent Dollar General is around
Boom, swings it to the
America. I think it's fairly prevalent as a dollar, as like a
wing. No good.
cheaper place.
Has picked
But yeah,
up his
Dollar
first foul
General
of the game.
has like a metric fuckload of that. Probably not something I need though.
First one.
Probably don't need to be looking for
Things up a little bit.
discount Halloween candy. I'm always a little sad to know when people don't get like they get all the like the complicated candies, but they never get like the one thing that I've always seen that people don't grab are Tootsie Rolls.
Passes to the
I don't
left wing
understand.
from
Tootsie
deep.
Rolls are very nice, but no one ever gets Tootsie Rolls. I don't know. They think it's boring or something.
Boom. UNLV.
I always like
had
Tootsie
serious
Rolls.
problems with their
And then
interior
those are always the things where they have like those what is it, like those coin bank things that they sell. They always have a crap load of them. And then it's like 50 cents a piece, maybe 25
Thanks, Tracy.
for one of these big coin banks of them.
That offensive rebound didn't come to him by accident. He knew right
How did you
where
guys
to be.
not get in the middle of that one?
Witherspoon inbounds the ball. Backs him down. Novak goes up.
Oh.
Gets the finger roll to fall. UNLV
Dove through all
takes
of that
its first
anyway.
time out of the game.
This is going to be one of those games where we're going to be down to the wire most of the day, aren't we? When they're hard, they're like a chocolate version of Jolly. They really are. They're like a chocolate Jolly Rancher.
Feeds out left.
It's some of my favorite form of chocolate, too, is the Tootsie Roll.
Boatner.
Like, sometimes regular chocolate's okay, but, like, Tootsie Roll chocolate is really good.
Grabbed inside by Parks.
How can we
Misses the jumper.
grab these? There you go.
Still knotted up 16. Boom.
There you go. Back him in, back him in, back him in.
Dumps it off. Karras fires from
Oh, look at that fadeaway.
Takes
Couldn't
it down.
put it in, though.
6.5
Of
minutes
course
left in
not.
the half. Parks grabs
How
that
could
rebound
we?
with his elbows high, using
Wow.
a little intimidation.
I suck just as bad in this game as I do at 2K18 with grabbing rebounds. Or I'm sorry, 2K14. Probably 2K18 as well, though.
Boom, the crossover. They're going to double team him. Karras. Hits it.
Ah, that wasn't a...
He's got two.
I mean, it worked. I'll take it.
Dean inbounds the ball.
I'll take it.
Shiloh.
Hang on.
way
Oh,
up.
oh, oh!
Pokes free.
How did he get him?
Scooped up
There you
by
go.
Witherspoon. Just as
Suck it.
quickly as he made the
Suck
ball
it.
fake, the ball was gone. That's a little pilfery.
And the foul. Let's go.
Goes up. Knocks down the
Oh, he's got a fast release. Okay.
We'll bring a few more starters back in. Pierce hangs in the air.
Nope.
Corrals the miss
Nope. Oh,
inside.
wait.
Hope with a great offensive rebound there. He worked
Go.
so
I saw it.
hard
I
to
saw you. I
establish
saw you.
position.
Nope. Ah, I need a pick and roll. Come here, buddy. Oh, no, you sucked.
Skips it to the
That's
right
all right.
side. Welch has it outside. Shoots it.
Oh, there we go. Nope, too late. Oh, how could he not put that down?
5.5 minutes left
You're
in
like
the
my
half.
best guy on the team, and you couldn't. You had such an open look, even if it was a long two.
Backs down. Hart. Got it.
Oh,
Behind by one.
let's go. Let's go.
Hangs. The lay-in was good.
There you
by
go.
Witherspoon.
Keep it simple, and we got this.
They're gonna apply some
I don't want to make everything an in the paint
UNLV
type thing, but that seems to be
all
where
time.
all of our points are coming from, isn't it? Right in the paint. I mean, I'll take it, but
Getting
cool.
set to
Boone's
inbound
doing
the
pretty
ball.
okay.
The UNLV coach wants to shake things up just a little bit, and this could be an excellent move. The group of kids on the floor play with great chemistry.
There's still a couple Switch games I'd like to play on stream. Maybe I'll play Super Mario Odyssey at some point. I don't know if I'd do it like recently,
Catches it in the paint.
or maybe at least play the game a little bit first. Like, I've played the game quite a bit. I don't know if I want to like complete it before I play it. Maybe I'll just like be that guy who's behind on a lot of stuff and just be 6 months behind.
Right in the bottom of the bucket.
I'll start streaming Breath of the Wild tomorrow.
About 4.5 minutes
I'll do
left
Super
in the
Mario
half.
Odyssey in about 6 months.
Top of the key. Dumps it inside. Double clutches. Corralled by Novak.
There you go.
He really did his job there to make him change the shot.
Holt
Oh,
picks it
oh.
up, gently drops it in.
Hey, it's weird being on a team where the dribble moves actually work.
Really struggling. Dean.
It's still
Gets it
really,
top of the key.
really weird, by the way. Because I read up on, like, Iowa State football, and they're like, yeah!
Left side.
Like, the Des Moines Register, or the Des Moines newspaper, was like, hey, you know, Iowa State's not the easy win that everyone thought they would, you know, the easy road win that they used to be. It's like, I like the fact that we seem to be beating top teams, but I'm not putting like, I need to see like an actual season of consistency before I go in on
Hangs and
Iowa State football being good again.
13 unanswered
I've been
points.
burned too many times by the Vikings
He's gonna let his
to
team
feel
just can't be happy.
to feel
Run that
like
they've had just now.
I can believe in a football team again. I'm gonna turn this Elgato down just a little bit more.
Doyle inbounds the ball. Just over 3 minutes left in the half.
Let me hang on. You're
Beats
not
it to
helping.
right.
There you
Shoots
go.
from 13 feet. Snatched down by Cleveland.
Doyle is having a
You're
hard
buying
time
South Park
getting his
tomorrow.
shots
Nice.
off. You just hope it doesn't wreck his confidence.
Look at these post plays, man. We are pulling off the post plays today. If we're not putting it in, we're getting some fouls.
He misses the first.
And then we just got to make our shots, which we have been. I think that might have been one of the first that we actually missed today.
He misses them.
Yeah, I do want to buy the new South Park game because it
It's
looks
good.
fun.
Nice offensive rebound.
But I've also got other stuff to deal with, so I'll probably wait
Has been on the wrong side
until
of this run, and Tracy's
maybe on sale. We'll get it on sale when I have some time and I'm not dealing with, you know, a bunch of other games right now. Because it's just going to sit around, so why pay,
last layup by Ryan.
you know, full price for it?
Anything weak up like that,
I'm sure his coach will be telling
Ah, suck it.
you can't shuffle those feet and expect to draw a charge. The ref saw right through that.
Oh, we didn't get credit for that.
inbounds the ball. Karras has it top of the key.
Oh, there you go. Oh, he was still standing right there. This game's weird where it's like, oh, he was technically standing there. And it's like, yeah, but he wasn't doing anything. He was just sort of there.
Can't believe it. And I
Oh,
can't
boy, he's got... No, he doesn't have that one.
believe it. Missed by Ryan.
Oh, that was a dumb idea. It managed to work.
Welch hands it off. Cleveland backs
Come on.
him down.
Come on.
They're
Oh,
bringing
nope.
double team. Feeds to the elbow. Rises and dishes.
Oh, look at that.
Good by Polk.
Oh, that was beautiful.
Got 9.
We got something. We got something here.
Try to end this run.
I like this. Getting ourselves moving a little bit.
Arenas catches it. Top of the key.
Well, how do we feel the trades at the deadline? I heard about that.
Beautiful work to fight through that foul
I
and get
forget
to the line for the 3 opportunities.
who was it that was making the, like, I know Kelvin Benjamin was kind of underperforming, so it's like, okay, JAJI. Like, I remember hearing about it. I just can't remember like who did what and all that. And I sort of paid attention, but
bounces it to the free throw line.
ugh.
Witherspoon inbounds the ball. Hester has it on the elbow.
Just put it up. You got it. You got it. You're right there. You're right there. There you go.
They can go 2 for 1 here, Vern, if they hurry it up.
Anything?
Gets it out left. Hester yanks
Nope.
it
Still
down
can't get
inside.
nothing.
Their rebounding has been terrific, Vern, and that's the main reason they're leading in this game.
Backs down.
Come on.
Poked away.
Spin. Oh, no.
By Witherspoon.
No.
Nice pass. Arenas gets the whistle for blocking.
There you go.
His second foul
Still.
of the game.
Still getting in there.
Watch their hands, Vern.
Jimmy the 49ers, Jay to the Eagles, Kelvin to the Bills.
Are making some wholesale
It'll be interesting to see how the Eagles work out because they've been doing really well this year for some reason. They've been doing quite nicely. And so it'll be interesting to see what'll happen there.
Osimani has
Kelvin to the
lead.
Bills, I don't know if it'll mean much.
With the score 36-24.
I think it would, but I do remember, understanding that he's underperforming.
If we don't see some
If I remember right.
this
Can't
game
really
is even
remember.
further out of reach.
We've only taken one three-pointer. I guess we've had so many post-move scores that's just kind of what we've been rolling with.
Now we'll bring you our player of the half. Who's your pick?
Is my pick, Vern.
It's just like,
He's
meh.
finding ways to score every trip down the floor.
Tremendous effort from our player of the half.
Quite like how that turned out.
We're all set to begin
Now we're
the
up
second
by
half.
what, 10, 12? We're up by 12. All right, so we're not too far from that nice magical 20 threshold. In fact, the fact that we're now,
To start the second half.
less than 12 minutes left in the game,
Left wing. It falls.
I'm not, oh boy,
10 points, and he
I'm not too overly concerned if we got it to like 16 or so. Of course, they seem to have figured out the secret to good job. Good job. Bills seem like they could be a wild card team. This has just been a really weird season.
message across.
At least it was a weird start for a lot of teams.
He's on the floor in pain, and that looks
Kelvin
like
is about 500 yards, halfway through the season.
But I'm sure we'll see him back on the court as soon as he's ready.
We'll stay on it and try to get an update on his condition just as soon as
There we
it's
go.
available.
Wait, is someone injured? He just said update on a condition. Did I not notice that there was someone hurt? Oh, we got Polk gone, but he's gone for 6 days. That's fine. Oh man, he was our best guy too. The 89 overall. Yeah, he was our number one guy.
Novak. Shiloh didn't watch his
Good job.
and steps on the line. We're going the other way.
It was like halfway through the season. Okay.
That's just not heads-up basketball.
See, that's why I don't talk too much football unless it's like Vikings, because it's like I gotta admit I don't really know. I admit I don't really know too much of what I'm talking about. I could tell you about Vikings football, and I could tell you about the guys who are on my fantasy team. I can tell you their stats. Oh, look at that shit. Oh, damn. Oh, he's got the goofy shot. Ugh. Wow, guys. Just when I think we're pulling away, man. And then we've been pretty much stifling them all game, so I'm feeling pretty good. How do you miss that? There wasn't defense in front of you. Like, he kind of half-heartedly attempted something, but realistically, you had a hoop in front of you and a little bit of air. And I mean a little bit of air.
Catches it on the free throw line. Takes the shot.
There you go.
And he will go to the line.
Vikings have a 2-game cushion for first. I know, they just keep winning. I don't understand this. Well, okay, I do understand. Rodgers is out, so Packers are, they're not going to do nearly as well. And Bears are always going to be the Bears. Bears are going to be the Bears that they've been the last few years. Lions could go either way. Lions really seem, they're either going to be like a pretty decent team or a pretty shitty team. And it seems like they're going to run with pretty shitty this year.
Has it left wing.
Seems really weird because like Matt Stafford seems pretty good, but then like it's just something happens and then they're either gonna like win 10 games or win 6.
At this point, Vern,
So they're looking towards 6 this year.
doesn't appear to be a sprain. There's still a chance he'll return to this game, depending on how he feels, guys.
Thank you, Tracy. Double clutches.
Oh, we got it. No, he got the rebound though.
Doyle keeps it alive
Can you
on the
get the ball away from him? There you go.
This is the easy one. He must have thought someone was rotating over to block that.
You can't lose concentration even for a second.
Jesus, you're easy.
Baseline J. All net. He's 2 for 3 for the game.
This dude, how many times has he bitten? How many times has he taken that bait? That astounding level of bait. I feel like I probably should have done rebounding. Oh, Polk is back in. It said 6 days, but I guess maybe he's just hurt instead of injured, like out. He's just working through it. This guy. There you go.
Under 9 minutes left in the second.
So what we got? We got
He might have been
15.
how wide open he was.
Backs in.
Oh, tried to drive in.
Catches it. Right wing. Bounce pass. Inside.
There you go. Got another nice little foul on him. Oh man. Have you ever had that feeling of you ever had that point where you just tell yourself like I need to go to bed, and then you go to bed, but then like you don't, like it's not like you have like some sort of weird anxiety or insomnia or something. You just end up doing something, especially with the age of phones and everything. You just end up like in another world on your phone. And then the next thing you know, it's like 2 hours later, and your decent night's sleep is now going to turn into like, I guess, what you'll have constitutes a sleep.
This young fella has some touch.
Hey, TARDIS.
Turn around.
That's how it's been going for me the last 2 nights. Last night was a little bit better than Monday night. But it's always a thing where I literally tell myself, it's like, I'm totally going to bed, and then I just think about something, and then I look it up on my phone, and then the next thing I know, I don't know how he managed to get that one. The next thing I know, an hour has passed, and maybe I do have insomnia. Maybe I just don't realize it. Maybe I've given myself some form of it by just... But yeah, the next thing I know, like, I'm gonna get like 5.5 hours of sleep because I just refuse to go to bed like and sleep. Get there, get in the hoop, or at least call a foul. Toughest games are next week against the Rams, and they go to Atlanta, then just have to win their conference game.
Skips it to the
Interesting.
right. Leads him with the pass. Puts the hammer down. They're now down by
Is that the Vikings that face Atlanta? Because I don't mind facing this Atlanta. This Atlanta seems to be like crumbling under their own weight. It's usually involving games. Yeah, I think I've been doing it mostly with my phone because of the internet and YouTube access. I find the stupidest shit at like 8. Like when I find the dumbest stuff, it's generally at like 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning. When I tell myself I need to sleep, but I need to watch this thing too, and it just happens to be 20 minutes.
set for long, and he's coming back into the ball game. Arenas inbounds the
It's
ball.
not going to help. It doesn't. It also doesn't help having a Switch. Having a Switch means I now have a dedicated console that I could easily play on, just with the convenience of in my bed.
Thrown back.
Ah, suck it.
Twice after that block, the kid comes out of nowhere to make some big-time rejection.
Come on, come on. I'm telling you to back down, asshole.
Beats it to the wing.
Oh, that wasn't a good idea. I guess, okay, I guess that was a decent idea.
They extended to an 18-point lead.
I think at 18 points, we're pretty much solid. I think we've pretty much got it at less than 6 minutes left in the game.
Shiloh raises up. Drains it for
I think even then, like 15 points, I think is enough. I want to try to get through the games as best as possible. Wow, they started coming back, but we still won by 10, so I'll take it. A win is a win. Doesn't matter how we got it, a win's a win. You play Train Simulator, end up reading the real operator's manual in a PDF. I've never wanted to get into train. Like, it's been one of those things. It's like I feel it feels weird because I see the Train Simulator and like the $2,000 of DLC that'll sometimes be on there, and it's like, man, I don't know what I'd do if I loved trains that much. My cousin, when he was a kid, used to be huge into trains. 15. All right, a nice win. We're now up to 14. Oh, my God. On one hand, Colorado State should be a breeze. On the other hand, we've lost some horse shit to them. Why does Eustace sound... Eustace sounds like a last name I should know. Was that an Iowa State basketball coach? Larry Eustace. Was he an Iowa State coach? He was. That's what I remember him for. Yeah, he was an Iowa State head coach for 5 years, and he actually is the Colorado State head coach as of now. Like, he's been there since 2012. Wow. Oh wow. Oh wow. That's the controversy with Eustace. On April 28th, 2003, the Des Moines Register carried pictures of Eustace kissing several young women and holding a beer at a party near the University of Missouri's campus just hours after the Tigers defeated Eustace Cyclones on January 22nd. The Register also reported that Eustace had been seen at a fraternity party at Kansas State hours after his team lost to the Wildcats. On April 30th, 2003, athletic director Bruce Van de Velde suspended Eustace with pay and recommended that he be fired for violating a morals clause in his contract. Well, he was going to frat parties with the teams that the Cyclones had lost to and was kissing college girls. Eustace held a press conference in which he apologized for his behavior and admitted he had recently begun rehab treatment for alcoholism. Eustace initially indicated he would contest the suspension. Instead, on May 5th, he announced his resignation. Wow. During the scandal, the Register reported that Iowa State documents show that the NCAA cited Eustachy for rules violations related to paying players, including Jackson Vroman, for making free throws. Interesting. And this is the guy we get to face. Holy shit. I'm gonna take a quick save on this. Now, everything in me says I'm just gonna take, even if I take a loss right here for going over this and I get some ridiculous loss, everything inside me says I'm going to just take it and move on. But part of me also thinks I might just rage reset. Okay. Brigham Young's a slightly different story. Now, we've beaten them twice. No, we've beaten them once. Did we go 1-1 with them? We went 1-1 with them. One time we beat them by 8, and then another time they beat us by 5. So it might not be the best idea in the world to try to leave this one up to chance. UNLV and Utah. So we probably have another game against UNLV. Jesus Christ. All right, I'm gonna try to blow through them as quickly as possible, because I'd like to get to Selection Sunday, especially knowing I'm probably gonna have to face UNLV again, and knowing that I'm big enough at this point that I'm almost certainly got a I've almost certainly got a spot in the tournament, like a decent spot in the tournament at this point. San Diego State Unit. Okay, SDSU is what I'm looking for, because it should be somewhere. Why don't I see SDSU? I'm really missing it. Oh, there I am. 3. Okay, I'm at 3 right now. Let's hope his players can lay up as many baskets as their coach does girls. Kick their ass. How badly... Oh, God. We almost lost to them. We only beat them by 4, for God's sake. I knew that, like, Eustachy sounded familiar. I'm like, I'm pretty sure he was an Iowa State basketball coach.
Get ready for college.
That's quite an exit from the team, I gotta be honest.
Go up against the Brigham Young.
Fred Hoiberg, he is not. Oh, eBay's got Space Jam jerseys for $25.
San Diego
That's
State.
totally what I could. You know what? That might be an idea at some point. That's if I'm gonna cosplay. That's I meant to pass. If I'm gonna cosplay at an anime convention, I want to cosplay as Bill Murray from Space Jam. All of the backwards hat and everything. Just whoa, whoa, whoa! I don't do defense.
Touch from that distance.
It sets up so much of your postgame.
Suddenly, it's an orgy.
Knock that jumper down with confidence.
Nope, that's not what I wanted.
In. Feeds right.
There you go. Ah, that's not a good idea.
Dishes. Stolen away by Leonard.
Boy, am I just screwing the pooch right now.
You better have something in mind. He didn't, and it cost
Ah!
him.
Last shot laid in by Watts.
Suck it.
Inbounds the ball.
Damn it.
But it's recovered by San Diego State.
All right. This team ain't shit. This team ain't shit.
He knows the court and he knows how to get by.
Turn this around.
Superb all-around player. Physical talent and talent for the X's and O's.
I feel like it's starting to get warm. I did position my fan next to me, so if I get too warm, I can do that, which is insane because generally I only get too warm if I have my computer on. Any other time, I'm A-okay. It's practically cold, which I certainly don't mind.
Outright. Dishes it to the wing.
There you go.
Unloads.
There you go.
Just a three-pointer to go.
Bill Murray, honorary goat.
Lead by 1.
Yeah, because I'm thinking as a pasty white dude, I could not pull off either a Looney Tune or Michael Jordan, and I'm not quite fat enough to pull off. God, I don't remember his actual name. Wayne something. God damn it.
check in with our
Newman from Seinfeld. I'm not
who has some
quite
info for us.
fat enough to pull off him, so I can maybe do Bill Murray.
His expectations were for this game, and he said to win. I thought that might be the end of the interview, but he said seriously.
I'm not really droopy dog face enough for Bill Murray's position, but hey, it's the thought that counts.
Strong words, Vern.
Thank you, Tracy. Takes it.
Oh,
He got
oh,
the
dude,
ball
if he made that.
He'll go to the line for
Pasty
kickoff.
white coos can jump, but I get windy.
Knocks down the first one. Both teams are going to shake things up a little bit with some subs.
That's another thing. Lose a little weight, become like Twiggy. I could be Woody Harrelson's character in White Men Can't Jump. Just dress total 90s, like
Way up.
total hip-hop 90s.
Bean.
And then because I'd be playing a Woody Harrelson character, every time someone tries to ask me about my cosplay, I have to tell them like to stay on topic, and we have to talk about Rampart.
Once.
Oh my God, I love your cosplay. Is that from White Man Can't Jump? Hey. I'm here to talk about Rampart.
Cuffy from 18 feet away. Cleveland gets the rebound. But they still lead by one.
There
What
you
a
go.
pass.
Oh.
Boom, beats it to the wing.
Really? You're just going
Shoots
to
it.
leave them open like that?
Snaps
Really?
it
You're
down
just going
by
to
Bean. Under 9
like
minutes left in the
brick
half.
a wide open three like that? Is this how we're going to live our life today?
Lets it go. Can't get the bucket from 18 feet. They're still up by one.
There we go. All right, let's see what we got.
Witherspoon backs in.
It,
Bean gets the
there you go.
And that's foul number 2 for him. Both teams
Wayne
are
Knight,
making
thank you.
substitutions.
I know it was like Wayne something, and I couldn't quite remember his last name. Wayne Knight.
Out the D.
Witherspoon inbounds the ball. Passes to the right. Poked loose. And it's picked
I love all the not so subtle,
clean.
product placement that happened in like one sentence with him. He's like, "Get on your Nikes, grab your Gatorade, eat some Wheaties, and let's go."
To the left. The last layup was dropped in by Bean.
Tremendous feed right there. So pretty.
Cleveland dumps it off. McLaughlin.
Guys, can we please? I'm begging you.
Attacked it with
Nah, just leave it.
everything he had.
There we go.
Still wasn't enough.
Good defense, not letting him jam it home.
Lensley is checking into the game.
I got on a weird
8 minutes left in the half.
tangent
Backs him
of
down.
watching.
Picks it up.
I feel weird sometimes watching like trending video stuff
Brings it up to
because it's just not my type of humor. It's very like PG humor, and that's really not me. My roommate has recently gotten into Bill Burr, and I'm just like, "Oh, welcome to the club."
Cleveland grabs the rock.
He's finding out all about Bill Burr, and now he's just like, "Oh man, I fucking love Bill Burr. He can't get enough of Bill Burr." I'm like, "Yeah, no, he's cool." I'm saying it like that because it's like, yeah, no, I've known him for a while and I've loved him for.
13-11.
They're going to apply some pressure here, and with full court, man-to-man.
But yeah, that and like, oh, who else did I show him? We were coming back from TLC, and on the car ride,
From about
Kyle Kinane. That's what I showed him.
rim and out.
He may
If
have
you've
been
never-
too open on that one. I think it caught him off
If
guard
you've
a
never
little bit.
heard Kyle Kinane stand up, it's great.
Passes it to the elbow. Backs him down. In the key. The
There you
shot
go.
banked in by Witherspoon. They got on this roll a while ago, and just
But yeah, I got on a weird roll of watching like somewhat trending videos like what is it, Fine Brothers react stuff, where they're just reacting to stuff where it's like, oh yeah, I kind of know that. I know that show. I know that cartoon. And then I realized that's exactly why they get people watching that stuff too. It's like, see if you can guess the 90s cartoon. So then it's a bunch of people going, I don't really know. And then I'm sitting here going, oh, it's clearly this thing. You know, it's like I don't know this song. And it's like, oh, it's The Adventures of Pete and Pete. And then the people are just like, yeah, I've never heard of that show ever. And I'm just like, how could you have never heard of The Adventures of Pete and Pete? This is exactly what they want from me. They want me to sit here and give them their ad revenue Just being reminded of old TV shows.
Three-pointer by Welch. But they're
You're watching
still
Kenny
out of
Omega
front.
matches every month in 2009. Yeah.
Moreno puts it up.
Of course, Kenny Omega matches in 2009 were like
Double-digit game.
mostly DDT stuff, wasn't it? So it's just
With the shot.
mostly nude Kenny Omega wrestling comedy matches.
Are making a few lineup changes. He completes
There
the
we go.
three-point play.
I love when you look up hints for games in every video. Hey guys, it's Derpader. That's why I try to keep mine simple. It's just like, hey guys, what's going on? Instead of being like, what's up, guys? You're thinking of the PWG ones? Okay. Was he in PWG that far? That does make sense. I know he was wrestling. I thought he was wrestling DDT around that time too. I should probably do defense.
They're getting set to inbound the ball.
DDT show off like XWT or something occasionally. I'm pretty sure I have an XWT account I used to use once in a while.
Inbounds the ball.
Like, I remember when it was like so exclusive to try to get into that.
From deep. McLaughlin.
And I felt really good when I finally was able to get an account, because it's like, holy shit. It was such a, like, I remember there being so many time periods where it was just impossible
Dishes
to try to get an account with them.
Oh, net on the shot by Welch. They're now out in front by 7. Right around 5
Yeah,
minutes.
0.8 ratio. I do remember seeing that they had
To the left side.
like a version of TEW, which made me laugh because it's like I always knew like I know they've been using E-license since like forever.
Novak. Back
So it's one of those things. It's like I know this thing is like so easy to crack.
in the bottom of the bucket.
It's gotta be.
At 5.
Like I've seen their website. It hasn't changed since like 2008.
Superior defense. Tracy
And
has
sure
the
enough, there's just TEW right there.
He's definitely aware of that problem. He told his assistants that they have to bring more defenders into the paint. Even if it means
Oh,
leaving the
pass
rim
it.
open.
Oh,
Desperate measures here, Vern.
All right, Tracy. Pass baseline.
there you go. There you go. The dude's one looks like Sid from Ice Age.
At the control.
Yeah,
Anticipates the pass. The D was really waiting.
I believe so. He's got the weird eyes.
Wait for the missed
Not quite like
Errant last shot by Wilcox.
not quite like
The finisher.
what was his name?
San Diego State.
Was it Marty Feldman?
First timeout.
I gotta look that up. He was Igor. I think it was Marty Feldman who had the. Yeah, not quite like the Marty Feldman eyes, but like on its way, like in the middle of having his disease. Let's continue working on this defense thing,
Let's
huh?
get back to the action. Both teams are going to make some substitutions.
They're set up in man-to-man.
Boom.
Oh.
Dumps it off. Backs in. To the rim.
Oh, I didn't actually mean to take the shot.
McLaughlin, the Cougars.
I know it sure as hell looks like it.
San Diego State.
Such
I hit the button, but my hands hit the button and my brain didn't mean to.
Up and we're going the other way. The
You're
arrow
British and
makes
you even knew who you're talking. But isn't Marty Feldman British though?
inbounds the ball. About 3
Because I remember seeing him on like British like sitcoms and like little skits and stuff.
Pretty pass by Jameson. They draw to
So it's like, yeah, you're British and you know who Marty Feldman is. That's that makes sense.
Boom. Beats it. Cross court. Witherspoon throws it up.
Oh, god damn it.
They still have a 3-point lead. Skips it. to
But yeah.
McLaughlin.
Yeah, he kind of looks like that. I remember seeing a cartoon
Off the glass.
of somebody just taking the piss out of the Fine Brothers
You can't lose
over their
concentration
React
for a
videos.
second.
Whoops. There we go. It was such a great cartoon. I'd have to like find it again. I think it was like Psycho Pebbles. It was the name of the guy who made it. And it was just great. Like it was the funny thing about it was just how goddamn mean it was. It's just like, man, like it became somewhat mean, but then it became a lot less mean when someone relinked the video after their whole like trying to trademark the word react. And it was just like, wow, okay, this isn't so much of a caricature anymore.
Dumps it inside.
Traded Emma for Kelly. That I really hope that like they didn't get rid of Emma and then was like, we need Kelly now. Like I really hope that's not a real thing. Like I'd feel sad knowing that like WWE got rid of Emma and then they're just like, we're gonna bring in Kelly. It's like, God damn it. She's only 30. Yeah, I believe that because I think when she was on ECW doing her like striptease stuff, I think she was 19. So that was like 2006. That lines up. She's only 30. I think I remember hearing something about Chris Masters only being like 32 or something. I don't know. I heard he's like younger than you. I think I think he's like 32. Which damn, like he would have been barely mid-20s when he was doing his like when he was first kind of coming in.
30 to 23. 1:09 left in the first half. Passes back to the paint. Mills goes up.
I don't think I'd watch Kelly again. Kelly is a wrestler that fit in her time. In her time where you didn't need to be all that great in the ring. And in her time when you can run the ropes like you were gonna get hurt if you actually tried to attack the ropes, and like you could get away with a women's match if your one spot was doing a head scissors, like some sort of weird head scissors while screaming spot. Like she could get away with that in like 2010. I don't think she could get away with being a star in 2017 at this point. I always thought that was the most annoying goddamn thing, too. Like, those are the two things I remember Kelly for. Is, like, how shitty she hit the ropes. And then her stupid tilt-a-whirl head scissor thing where she just, like, she'd jump up and, like, spin around and just, ah! Like, god damn. Chris is 34, okay. I mean, that's still like if you remember, like, okay, so he was at WrestleMania 22, like with Carlito. Whoops, he had that New Year's Revolution Elimination Chamber. That was in 2006, so he was 23 years old when that happened. So he probably came in at like what, 22.
We're all set to begin the second half, so
it's not bad. Her finisher, the half-ass leg drop. Didn't she do like a famouser? Didn't she do like a really awful famouser too? Like Billy Gunn at 55 can do a better famouser. Now I know obviously he's had a lot more practice, but still. The day when Eve Torres was like considered a legit, like that Kelly's day, it was a day when Eve Torres was considered a legitimate women's champion.
During halftime, I talked with Coach Wilson. He felt it
And Michelle McCool was considered a legitimate women's champion. That's the era that Kelly lives in. I don't see how she could go in a 2017 ring. Like, can you imagine Sasha Banks having to carry Kelly's ass through a match and then have to like fucking put her over? Oh, she kind of jumped off the back. Oh, okay, I kind of remember that. It's like watching a sexy Hogan half-assing a finish. You're not sorry for that mental image. I don't know why, but I'm just imagining Hulk Hogan in full regalia, like his full gear and everything. But he's like JoJo posing before he hits a leg drop. Just like something right out of fucking JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Hogan really is the, like, Prime Hogan really is the kind of guy who would probably fit in perfectly there. She was 20 to 22 at the time. There's not many great male 22-year-olds. I mean, yeah, I guess you're right. But you also have to wonder about the fact that even if she was 22... Like, I mean, she was also in a wrestling ring. Like, it's not so much like Kelly Kelly is bad. Like, I highly doubt she's been like training wrestling. I highly doubt she's been like bouncing around a ring for 10 years to get better. You know, since she's been gone. Like, she's been gone for like 5-6 years, and it's like, yeah. I haven't really heard of Kelly Kelly working the indie circuit. So I still don't have all the faith in her that she's going to be all that much better. Especially considering you just know that if she hasn't been in the ring all that much, she's probably rusty as hell too with what she could do. Brother Jackal. Oh, okay. Let's keep this defense going, and maybe I can just about put this away.
The Aztecs will bring in some players from off the bench.
Here I was thinking for half a second that we were playing UNLV, and I'm like, oh yeah, we're still playing Brigham Young.
Cuffy off the inbound pass. Hits the
wow.
And they now trail by 9. Just over 9 minutes left in the second half.
Come on. Come on. Spin it. Spin it. Oh, you know what? Here. Put it up. There you go. Wow, dude, the arc on that was quite interesting to see. I haven't put Maurice back in the ring yet. I mean, she wasn't with what I remember, she wasn't terrible in the ring. She wasn't bad. Once again, I think there'd be I mean, obviously they're not going to be putting Maurice in the ring anytime soon. Obviously, we're probably at least a good, 9 or so months away from her potentially even thinking about return, like actually being in the ring. But still,
passes left wing. Bean backs in.
There we go.
Welch puts it up.
I wanted to. Okay, well, it still worked. I have a feeling Kelly Kelly is about on the same level as Lana. Like, I don't see Kelly Kelly putting on any better matches than, say, Lana. And she can't be like I don't see her being like a meme character like Eva Marie was, where it was like, oh, she kind of sucks, but we boo her, and, now they're like feeding off of that. It would just kind of be like, I think it'd be a lot of people just going, this is TV time that could totally be used for a Becky Lynch. Remember when Becky Lynch was a thing? Isn't she like, yeah, she's like actually pregnant. Come on. What are we waiting on here? Are we waiting on something? There you go.
Watts inbounds the ball.
Remember when Becky Lynch was a thing, guys? Remember when Charlotte was a thing? Nope, don't remember that at all. Is that the one thing that David will be super happy about, is that WWE managed to make me somewhat care about Becky Lynch because she's one of the best workers on the roster. And now it's just like, where is she at? They're just not utilizing her. Congrats. Finally got to a point where I care about what Becky Lynch is doing.
Didn't sit for long, and he's coming back into the ball game.
Why is that typed out in thick Irish accent? Oh, I did a high vagina. That was some weird Australian accent that I just did.
The quick shot. If they leave a shooter like like him open next time. Believe me, he's going to make them pay for it.
Swing pass, right wing.
Now because of like Australian vagina, just reminded me of basketball. They had that one scene where they're facing like San Francisco, the San Francisco Fairies, like Jesus. And like in order to do a psych out, he's like, "Hey man, you see that Foster's commercial on TV? Had to speak Australian." Then he grabs Squeak, pulls down his shorts, and shows his ass. Vagina, or had to speak San Franciscan. Vagina.
Passes it back to the left wing. Mills. Good.
Ah, damn. Remember when women's wrestling was just Sasha Banks and Charlotte for half a year? Yeah. I do like the fact that they're doing a little bit more with that. I'm glad that they maybe, like, they at least gave Mickey James, like, a chance to, like, do something. Unfortunately, she was just cannon fodder for Alexa Bliss, but hey, you got this, like, top-notch wrestler like Mickey James. Might want to do something. Hey, we're up by 20. We might as well just call it good so we can move on to the next game, because I'm going to have to face UNLV. Wow, they started catching up too. We're just not a second half team, are we? There we go. Simming through the day. Oh my God, UNLV. I'm totally surprised that we were going to face them. I'm completely shocked to find that out. I'll save it. It doesn't really matter because I'm going to play it anyway, but might as well make sure. There we go. Oh my God, UNLV again. 2 out of our 3 games this stream gets to be with them. It's so fantastic. Can't wait.
Get ready for College Hoops 2K8. The San Diego State Aztecs battle the UNLV.
What is the things I'm getting?
Championship game of the Mountain West Conference tournament. We're here at the Thomas and Mack Center.
Things I'm getting on my Twitter related to Stardom. Bailey's bum jiggle. Bailey's bum jiggle is about the best thing of any women's match involving Bailey. What's your favorite thing about? I know they're trying. I know it's like, oh, I'm all for, great women's matches and all that, but every once in a while it's just like, what's my favorite part about the women's division? Bailey's butt.
But the D was too good, even for him on that one.
Misfired on that last 3 by Shiloh. Passes it to the wing.
I like, it was one of those things that I knew. What was it? TLC, when Alexa Bliss is cutting a promo. That's bad. That was way too early. Alexa Bliss is cutting a promo about, like, Mickey James. She's like, Mickey calls me biscuit butt. I don't get it. I like my butt. It's like, oh no. I know where this is going to end up going. Not on TV, but I know where this is going to go.
Just like you draw it up.
Sure enough, like, just a few minutes later on Twitter, I see someone be like, I like your butt too, Alexa.
Dishes to the left side. Hulk dumps it off from
Screw it. Oh, look at that.
But they still trail by
We got this.
out left. Passes it back to the wing.
Why is the power forward guarding the point guard? That doesn't make any sense. Where are my guards?
Push their lead to 5. Novak. Backs in.
Come on. Come on. Oh, hang on. I got this.
Far side. Witherspoon puts it up.
Oh, come on. You made like 5 in a row before I even started recording. Trying to do a developmental drill. You can make 3s. I watched you do it. I physically did it. Stop this. This isn't a time for me to be dealing with your bullshit.
Passes outright. Novak
There you go.
leads it up and in. They narrow it to 5.
Oh, yeah. I found out that they did more of those New Japan is Not for Kids videos. They're on like their 15th.
And so was the layup.
One thing that I've imagined
They're up
One thing that I've realized about those videos after watching a few of them is that Tangaloa loves the word fuck.
Muscles in and snags the offensive rebound.
He just loves the word fuck.
Left in the half.
Every goddamn promo has to have the word fuck in it.
To pull that off. Takes it up. The lovely pass inside. And it's dunked home by Dean.
Can't imagine a Divas division in 2017. It wouldn't work.
The Aztecs.
I imagine it'd work. Like, it probably wouldn't work. It would just be one of those things that, like, you just be keeping track of all the people who would be
Now let's check in with the
sending quite a lot of nonsense. And then it would just be, like, you know what you'd probably end up getting? If there was a Divas division in 2017 and people were doing, like, cat calls and all that on Twitter. Oh, my God. In the age of Twitter, like a Divas, like a Prime Sable or a Tori Wilson, if they had that.
Thank you, Tracy.
You'd be watching Wrestling Fan, you get doxxed left and right.
What cagey instincts on the defensive end.
This asshole had the gall to say blah blah blah. No, it just wouldn't be good. It really wouldn't be good.
He was looking for the highlight reel finish there.
Gets it inside.
Come on, anybody?
Backs in.
I feel like that should be already like prime for me to be able to get around him.
Destroy this guy, but he will destroy you in a fight.
Yeah, I can't imagine.
Running rebel.
I can't imagine like a Tori Wilson Sable Playboy that didn't involve a whole lot of dick pics over Twitter.
20 feet out. Connects. And they're now behind by 9.
Candice Michelle, oh my God, that'd be another one. Can you imagine the yearly Playboy things they would do?
Last shot missed by Dean.
Can you imagine the amount of dick pics? They probably already get dick pics, but you imagine it was like, hey, this is what I just imagining some fucking creeper DMing these women going, this is what your Playboy made me do to you. Made there's like, what? This is what your Playboy did to me.
Nothing but
Like,
net.
oh God.
But they're still behind by 7. About 7.5 minutes left in the half.
The Dawn Marie Tori Wilson story.
Skip
That'd be a lot of harassment, but it might be a little bit. I don't know how that would actually. That'd probably be like,
Witherspoon.
yeah, that wouldn't be good. Now, if you did 2 gay guys,
Holt, the 15
then that would be like utterly praised.
His first time
Hell, that was a thing for a little bit. They had that Billy and Chuck thing,
getting set.
and Glad was like so proud of WWE to do this like
And I like this.
forward progressive angle with 2 gay guys on TV, and they're gonna have a commencement ceremony, and then the wedding thing happened, and yeah, Glad was like, no, that's not cool.
They're still up by 5. Boone backs down.
I remember that being a thing. Glad was so proud of them,
Witherspoon bounces it to the left. Boone fires.
and then the actual wedding happened, and it was just a backdrop for 3-minute warning to just annihilate Billy and Chuck.
The guy has spoken. Top of the key. Ryan passes it to the right.
Oh man, they're just gonna kill all the clock, aren't they?
Swing. Last shot was very
God damn it, guys.
Pure chemistry, Vern. These guys all know exactly where their teammates are going to be on the floor.
bounce pass left side with the inside leaner. The shot
There you go.
was banked in.
All right,
No bounce.
I'm gonna try to pick my shots a little more carefully.
Left in the half.
Goldust and Booker T was better than Billy and Chuck.
Hart takes the shot. They rule this one. Goes
Oh, come
out
on.
the shot.
Why can't my fan turn on? Hang on, I need to turn my fan on, but for some reason it's not turning on. Maybe it came unplugged? I'm going to try to stop scratching the mic. All right, now I can stop smacking the mic with my fucking arms and body. All right.
Witherspoon inbounds the ball. Holt passes it up court.
And
Gets it baseline. Novak skips it to the corner.
I need a nice pick. Thank you.
Leads him in.
Oh, you had the ball in your hands. There you go.
Dumps it to the paint.
I need to find. I either need to find an open shot or an open look at a foul. Those are the two things I'm looking at more than anything right now. Like, give me a run to the hoop or give me a run right into someone's body.
Dumps it down low. Got a hand on it.
Come on. I was really, I was going to be so upset if they just let that one go. How is that not a foul? That looked like he basically just fucking clotheslined my guy. And it was just like, nope, no foul. All right, well. Don't understand, but whatever.
You're never going to get away bumping the ball handler on a steal attempt. Too aggressive.
Doyle inbounds the ball. Takes it up. Laid in. By 8. San Diego State has had
look at that. Look at that.
Defense. And Tracy has a report from their bench.
Coach Wilson is definitely aware of that problem.
Oh, my God. Just put the friggin' ball in. Ball in hoop, please. Thank you.
Thanks, Tracy.
There you go.
Shot is good for a 3-point play. About 4.5 minutes left in the half. Beats it to the top of the key. Ryan. Bounces it to the low block. No good on the last
Nope.
layup by Dean.
Nope.
Attacked it with
This is our comeback.
still wasn't enough.
This is our comeback.
Not letting them jam it home.
Oh, all the hand in the face. I shouldn't have taken that shot. I should have done a pump fake. That seems to work. There you go. There you go. I need to make this work.
Hands it off. Great pass. Novak.
Oh, you got to take advantage of these open looks. They can. Why can't we? We're about as good as them. Come on.
Around the back, through the legs, he can really handle it.
There you go. All right. We still have a chance. Can you imagine if we end up in the same bracket? I don't know if we could. I don't know if there's like rules against that, but can you imagine if we ended up in the same bracket and we have to face them again at some point in the tournament?
I don't let him get another chance from
I'm
there.
like, oh man.
From down low.
I think I'd probably just cry. It's like, why do we always have to face UNLV?
Perfect position that
We're
time.
destined to do this forever.
Ball was drained by Doyle. Both teams will make some substitutions.
Why can't Colorado State be better when we face frat boy Eustachy's team?
Catches it out left. To the rack. Nice.
There you go. I faked him out a little bit.
He's got 2.
I think Cleveland's injured. I remember seeing something about that in the last game. I don't know if it's like just a minor injury, that he's better now.
Passes it down low. Osimani hits the
Wow. Still couldn't get a handle on that.
passes way down.
Ah, there you go.
Backs in. Knocked loose.
Oh, God.
These people are.
Really now?
You think it's getting
Really?
loud in here or what?
Can't convert.
Really?
But he'll go to the line for 2. Can't sink the first.
Try to change this. Neither one of these teams here we don't seem to be getting on too much of a roll.
Boone inbounds the ball. Pierce passes it up court. Cleveland backs him down. 2 minutes remaining. Goes up.
Oh, look at that.
Off the glass and in.
Our post game against them seems to be our strongest aspect. So maybe we can do something about that. Oh, I was trying to get him to go backwards.
Right side. Arenas can't cash in the
There you go.
13-foot jumper.
That's not who I actually meant to I made a boo-boo, but I didn't pay for it too hard, so I feel good.
Arenas gets the hell ball. And the
Really?
arrow is pointing to the defense. So we'll head the other way.
I don't like that. I don't like the idea that they can just do that, especially when I'm trying to pass the ball. It's like I'm trying to pass it. Why are you telling me? It's like, no. He totally had it.
Arenas pulls the trigger. Can't connect from long range. They still have a 7-point lead. Pierce dishes to the top of the key. Out left. Tipped away.
Wow.
It's recovered by San Diego State.
There you go.
And the ball
No, how do you... Dude, you couldn't have had more room. The only way you could have possibly had more room than that is if they weren't on the floor.
left in the first half.
And you still, like, completely botched it. I don't get it. How do you mess it up that badly? How do you mess that up so badly?
Boone backs in. Feeds it to the top of the key. Georgievich gets it right wing. Puts it up.
That really wasn't a good idea.
Dean pulls it in.
Grab the ball. Don't tip it.
27 seconds left in the first half.
This might not go quite our way. This might go a little worse for wear for us.
Osimani.
I'd like to win our conference, but
Catches it.
you never know. Might not happen
Back to the top of the
at
key.
this point.
Misfired on that last three by Osimani.
Of course. Whatever, down by 9, let's go. I'm trying to get through this to the next half. I feel like we could do that. We finished. I don't need to know the negatives. I'm fine. We'll figure this out. Don't get the ball slapped back in our faces so damn much. Figure out who to get the ball to actually friggin' them on possessions. There you go.
Left wing.
Done. I got it.
Witherspoon. The 50.
How do you still fuck that up?
Tracy
You are a shooter. You can at least shoot threes. How do you mess up a wide open mid range like that? You
Push the issue even
cocksucker.
more in the second half to make a comeback. Coach said that even though his starters had plenty of energy, he would still rotate players. He said that it wasn't a
I don't
question of
like
fatigue,
you.
but more of a method of showing different looks on offense. Back to you.
Come
Well
on.
done, Tracy.
Okay, well that's the weakest. Oh my god. Can't hold on to, like, what am I supposed? I'm trying to play some pick and roll offense, but he can't hold on to a ball on the roll. Pick, roll, and then like just let the ball bounce off of your hands as you're trying to get underneath the hoop.
He's 2 for 4 for the game.
Go, come on, get up on his dick.
Here comes the double team.
Force him to make a bad pass.
The steal. The
There you go. See,
for there.
see what happens.
Keep the heat on. Wait for the misstep and then capitalize.
I don't. How do you manage that one? How do you manage that? Where the fuck is he?
Pulls it in.
Ah, Christ.
Boone inbound.
Are we serious?
Diego State.
Are we serious with our play? You, fucking Witherspoon, get your shit together, man.
Shiloh.
This is really just, oh my God.
Well, he got there in time.
Someone needs this. Our team needs to like really. Can we take a timeout? We need to desperately get our shit together. A little bit of ball control,
Well, let's get back to the
ball control, shot selection, a little bit of everything to get our offense like up and moving is something that we desperately need right now. And I don't need to get too angry about this because I guarantee you we have a spot. Like we're not going to lose.
backs down.
We're not going to lose a spot really because
Has it right wing.
we lost to a team that's slightly better than us on the top 25. That's not really even a huge thing, but I'd prefer us not to collapse like this. Every time I would prefer not to have this happen. I'm at a point though where I'm maybe just going to give up and be like, you know what, let's just do selection Sunday and then I could be done with this.
Hangs, and they call goaltending. They'll give him the bucket.
I can move away from this nonsense
Yes, we'll bring in
and
some
perhaps look forward to the tournament
Dean
and just deal with the NCAA tournament. rather than worry too much about trying to get this conference title.
Parks backs in.
I don't want to just give it away, but if we can't physically stop them on any of their baskets, we need a possession. We need a series of possessions where we stop them on theirs and then we actually score on ours.
Left wing.
We can't seem to string together both of those in a nice little succession
Bringing the double
of stop their possessions, score points on ours.
double clutches.
Of course.
By Parks.
Of course he couldn't. Of course he didn't do anything with that.
Change the shot.
Of course he just sort of like limp-dicked it and then got blocked and then didn't get the rebound.
Shiloh gets it right
And
wing.
before you have to play them again, the attorney, because you lose. Oh my
Down
God.
low. Releases from 16 feet. Doyle
Get a rebound, you fuck! What are you doing?
will take a
How do you allow such an easy offensive rebound? Where is your box out skill? How do you manage to not box him out?
ball. The
That is some fundamental shit. I learned that in 7th grade. You learned that in middle school basketball. You were a college student
it off.
trying to get,
Catches it. Top of the key.
get a national championship, even potentially be in the NBA, and you don't understand the basic concept of boxing the fuck out.
Picked up by UNLV.
How do you do that?
Clean.
Well, the game just
Is this WWE's 50-50 booking? I don't know, because this is the 3rd time we faced them, so it's going to be more like 33-66 booking.
The rebound.
We got one solid win, but then we lost a couple others, so this isn't really WWE's 50-50 booking as much as it is WWE's Bray Wyatt booking.
Didn't fall. By
I feel like that's probably what this is. We get to be the Bray Wyatt.
just missed it. No three-point opportunity, but he'll go to the line.
I'm waiting for us to be able to turn this around.
And he makes the first. The Aztecs are making a few lineup changes. He gets the second to fall as well. Cleveland inbounds the ball. It's
Not who I intended to pass to. Come on, you can get there, right? You can get there.
Backs
It's such a simple shot to make.
gets the finger.
There you go.
15
At this point, I don't know why I'm continuing this. Like, not like the series, but just this game. I feel like
hooked away.
it's maybe a lost cause, and I still have faith that we can. I mean, we can't get a stop. We can't stop them to save our lives. And if we stop them, they sure as shit aren't they're not going to let us get points.
Cleveland
Will you?
hands it off. Gets it left
Told them
side.
to.
Novak
There you go.
passes to
There you
the
go.
right.
There you go.
Polk gets the three.
Hey.
He's shooting 50% from downtown.
Oh, Tazan, here you are. Well, thanks for joining in. I'm currently only mildly tilted over our team's lack of being able to stop anything on defense. I mean, anything.
By 13.
He could probably chuck it from half court and manage to make it.
Don't you, Vern? Minute. Cleveland backs him down. Shiloh gets the
the defense closed so
I don't
quickly
know how to. Okay, yep. I'm calling it now. I think after that sequence right there, I'm just gonna roll over. Yeah, they couldn't come back. So yeah, I'm just gonna. That was 15. It was 15. That's good enough. I'm just gonna roll over at this point and just be like, you know what? This is a waste in time and an exercise in futility. You have notifications on for my tweets. I'm so sorry that you have to get some of my inane bullshit sometimes. Just random videos that I find or anime-related tweets. All for the 2 or 3 times a week that I stream, so you can be here for it. Now I always got to remember just like what I'm putting people through when they decide to like get notifications on when I tweet. It's like, oh no. All right, Selection Sunday. You know, it could be worse. Watch it, sure. What do we drop down to? We didn't actually drop down either. We went to 14. They just went up to 8 with that win. Okay, fine. So they're probably going to get a 2 seed. We might get we might have dropped out of 3. We might get 4. We'll see. I imagine since we're a top 25 team, even top 15, we're going to get an at-large bid. Definitely got an at-large bid. I bet you that number 3 seed probably already predicted that we might lose to UNLV.
Let's take a look at the final top 25 media poll.
Yeah, top 4, 14's not bad. Better than Connecticut.
The Texas Tech Red Raiders
Better than Villanova.
as the number 24 team. The media rankings are what everyone's been
If
following.
it's not midnight, you ignore it. Okay.
The selection committee's opinion is going to be the only one that matters. Now let's take a look at the NCAA tournament bubble and see which teams are sitting at home with their fingers
Syracuse,
crossed, hoping to see
Bama,
their name in the bracket.
Michigan State,
There are worthy
Clemson,
candidates among these
Gonzaga.
teams.
Gonzaga's
Which
a
of these bubble
a
teams
bubble
stands out to
watch.
you right now?
Wichita State.
Who the fuck did they lose to?
There's been so many great showings by non-power conference schools in the tournament in the past few years.
If they only got 6, and Wichita State's there too. If they only lost to 6
Who
teams,
else might be in the same
I
position?
can only imagine what,
Put together a solid
like
season,
what
but their
with
record
Gonzaga, like
is
who they must have lost to end up on the bubble like this.
If the committee doesn't give weight to their tough conference,
All right, let's just go to top seeds in each bracket.
Are the top-
UCLA, Seton Hall, Arizona State, again, NC State. Woohoo.
Bracket shape up based on
All right, there you go.
we take a look at the East Regional. The
See what we
UCLA
got.
are the top
UCLA with the
finishing
play-in winner,
27
okay.
and 7.
Oh, shit.
They were conference tournament champions in the Pac-10, and now the number 8 seed, the Georgia
Georgia,
Bulldogs,
Old
come in
Dominion.
third, fourth place team
Okay.
in their conference. Virginia comes in as the number
Virginia,
5 seed,
North Florida's
finishing
there.
at 22
Interesting.
and 9. And they will take on the 12th seed from the Atlantic Sun Conference. The North Florida
I always have a slight, like, no one knows this, but I always have a slight soft spot for North Florida. Because before I started my Gonzaga deal, like when I first kind of got this game and got into Legacy mode, it was North Florida that I started doing amazing with. Like, imagine the career that I had with Grambling. That was basically the career that I had with North Florida, except I'm pretty sure we made the Sweet 16 and the Elite 8 at least once before I moved on to, I think it was Gonzaga. I think I had moved on to Gonzaga after that.
taking on the number 11 seed, the
Villanova,
Seahawks,
UNC
with 22 with
Wilmington.
North Carolina. Comes in
North
as the
Carolina at
number 3
Grambling.
seed,
Oh no,
finishing at
Grambling's all the way down to
21.
14. To be fair, like the 23 and 9's pretty good, but I think that's about the worst they've done maybe since I was there.
Our number 7 seed
I don't know,
from the Big
14
12,
is, you never know.
Tigers had a tremendous
At least
year
they're still in the
in
tournament.
regular season championship. They are going to play the number 10 seed.
Missouri,
Next up is the number 2
Massachusetts.
seed, the
Oh, there we go. Hey, oh my God, we got a number 2 seed
as one of the best
against
teams
Austin,
in the Mountain West
PA.
Conference. They'll be going up against the number 15
Is it even worth
Austin
like?
Peay with 17 wins. This
Oh my
marks
God!
their seventh
Can you imagine if we? I don't know how the brackets are going to shape up with this. If we're going to face either Missouri or Massachusetts, being a number 2 seed is great because I think it's going to be a couple of games before we really hit like insane competition.
Finishing at 29 and 3. They were winners of the regular season championship in the Big East.
IPFW.
IPF Dayton comes in as the number
Dayton
8
and
seed,
Niagara.
finishing at
It's weird seeing Niagara like up there too.
Faced them at number 9 with 24 wins. And the tournament
Can you
and
imagine if
regular
that's a
season
thing,
championship
Grambling
of the
versus
Metro
if we
Atlantic
face
Athletic
Grambling
Conference?
somehow in the tournament,
Enters the
if they
field as the
win?
number 5 seed.
I don't think they will. I don't see them getting past the first round, and I don't even think we'd face them in the second round either. But it'd be interesting. Stanford, Florida State, Connecticut, and Penn. Interesting to see Penn there. Memphis is an 11 seed. Wow, we actually got a higher seed than UNLV. UNLV beat us, but I don't think we're in the same. We're not in the same bracket, are we? I don't think we are. This is the South Regional. I think we ended up in a different regional. So we don't really have to worry about them anytime soon. Colorado, Wichita State, Indiana, Holy Cross. Yeah, because that's the number 2 seeded team, and we were the number 2 in the other. Yeah, so we're not in the same. The only way we would face them is if we ended up if both teams ended up in the Final Four. And god damn it, can you imagine if we get to the Final Four and then like it's just it'd be like a final boss. It'd be like dealing with a final boss in a video game. It's like, oh boy, okay. We got to overcome UNLV if we want to get to the big game. If we want to get over this Final Four hump and get to the promised land, we got to beat them again. Yeah, I think they're on the same side of the... No, I actually don't think they're on the same side of the bracket either. Because this is the 4th bracket. They were on the 3rd. I think. Or maybe this is the 3rd and we're on the 2nd. I can't remember. Or this... oh, man, I don't remember now. They'll be getting ready to face the number 13 seed, St. Joseph's Hawks. St. Louis being up there is interesting too. Texas, Utah State, Louisville, Idaho State. See, this is why I yearn for a new college game, because you got all these teams where it's like, wow, you know, it's interesting to see like fresh teams in there. You know, because you have like 300 colleges. Anything can happen to get them in there. Wow, Gonzaga dropped to a 10. Well, actually, wasn't Gonzaga pretty close to it? Weren't we like an 8 or a 9 seed in my year there, my second year? Like we were a 1 seed, undefeated before we lost in the Final Four, but pretty sure we were like 8 or 9, maybe even 10 in the second year. Yeah, we'll see after the selection. Michigan, Vermont.
And finally, let's have a look at the West Regional.
This is the West Regional. So I think we were in the 1st and they were in the 2nd. So yeah, we're definitely on the same side of the bracket because we're on the 4th. We're on the 4th set of brackets, so we should be on the same side. So yeah, if we do face them, it's because both teams ended up in the Final Four. Auburn and Syracuse. That's amazing that Auburn and Syracuse are facing again. Like I feel like I've seen Auburn and Syracuse face each other in this game quite a few times in the tournament. F. Dickinson. The Dickinson Knights. Oh shit, I went past that. Oh well. Hawaii, Minnesota. Florida's still a 3. Florida's still going strong. UNC Asheville, of all teams. Drexel and Rice. Ohio State and Evansville. I feel like I've seen that too. It's not even fair to have an Ohio State game in Ohio. It's just not cool. Which is the toughest bracket? Well, this bracket looks to me like it wins that prize this year. What's the toughest bracket? The one that we're in, because we'll probably lose. What are your thoughts on our top 6? So let me just claim that now.
San Diego State Aztecs are surprised to me as a 2 seed. They weren't quite strong enough to warrant that kind of position. They were more suited to.
There you go. Yeah, we're in the East. They're in the South. That might be opposite sides. I don't know how it goes. We might be on opposite sides because we're in the East. They're in the South. So the way it looks, it might be the South and the West, and then the East and the Midwest.
Now let's bring the conference picture into focus. The Big East gets 6 teams. The Pac-10 with 5 out of the ACC. The Big 12 gets 5 teams.
It was really an up year for the team.
Mountain West. It's literally a 2-team conference. SDSU versus Grambling, maybe Sweet 16. Now I have to know. Syracuse, Rice, Gonzaga. I can't believe Gonzaga with a 25-6 record just barely made it in. Look at that. Michigan State didn't make it. Marquette, Alabama, Clemson.
They want teams to come in playing good basketball.
While those teams are celebrating getting into the tournament. All right, Clark, now that we know all
cool.
the teams and matchups, time to get the tournament underway and let the madness take over.
Hooray! I like this Selection Sunday.
Wait to get started. I hope this is
It's different, but yeah. Austin, PA. Yeah. Mountain West literally only has us and UNLV. The thing is, there's not like a lot of bad teams in the conference either. There's probably at least a couple more teams. Like Brigham Young. Like, the fact that Brigham Young didn't make it in is kind of interesting. Like, I didn't even see them on the bubble. Maybe they just faced, like, really crap teams. Who else was kind of a pretty decent? Utah is a decent team. Brigham Young, yeah. I didn't even see Brigham Young on the bubble watch. Who else? I think that was it. It's like us. It's like us, Brigham Young, UNLV, and like Utah to a smaller extent. But yeah. Let's take a look at the tournament tree so I can see what we're doing. I don't think the RCA Dome is a physical thing anymore. Okay, so if we win, we face the... Oh, yeah, it could be a potential Sweet 16 match. Oh, man. I don't see it happening, dude. If they manage to get their way past North Carolina and then Villanova, that'll be nothing short of a goddamn miracle. Gotta be honest. Nothing short of a miracle. Yeah, Austin, PA, and then we face the winner of Missouri, Massachusetts. Didn't we beat Missouri earlier this year? Or maybe that was last year with Gonzaga. I know we kicked Missouri's ass within the last couple of years. All right, so we didn't kick their ass this year, so it must have been last year with Gonzaga. Either way, we kicked their ass. So the winner of that is gonna if we make it past that, which we should, we would probably most likely face North Carolina, maybe Villanova. If the basketball gods grant our wish, we could face Grambling. That would be nothing short of a miracle to see happen. Gotta be honest. Okay, so the South is on the opposite end, is what it looks like. And there's UNLV, so the only way we would face UNLV again is if we ended up in the championship. Because we're on one side, they're on the other. So yeah, it's East and West, and then South and Midwest. So yeah, the only way we would face them is if we both ended up in the championship, which if we do, holy shit. Let's go Grambling. So I see myself easily getting to at least the Sweet 16. I don't see myself like, yeah, dude, Austin PA game should be like nothing. And then between Massachusetts and Missouri, especially if Massachusetts end up fluking their way into a win, like that should be easy game for us. And then Villanova's not quite as good as they used to be. North Carolina would definitely be a bit of a challenge, but you never know. Like I said, Grambling State could always do it. Who knows? Dude, SDSU and UNLV would be just... Ugh. What a meme of a championship that would be. Oh, that'd be my worst nightmare. Well, there you go. Selection Sunday. I'm still flabbergasted that we lost to them, but we still managed to get a higher seed than them. Like if we got a 3 seed, like I thought, we'd be, oh my, damn! If we actually got the 3 seed that I thought we would have faced Grambling in our first round. What a first round that would have been. I just thought about that. Like if we dropped to a 3 seed, like I thought we were going to, we would have faced them in our first. Damn! If we dropped to a 4 seed, we would have never faced them. It's one of those things I just thought about. What the fuck? WWE 2K18's physical release on Switch requires a 24 gig download. What the fuck are you doing, 2K? Like NBA 2K18 requires like 13 gig download. What in cock? What in the hell is going on? Why are they making it so big? Can they not find a way to condense the game into, like, I'm pretty sure it's like a 32 gig card. Can they not condense the game into it? Whatever. Well, there you go. I guess I will have something else for you guys on the stream, but there you go with that. 26-6 is how we ended. 12-4. It's a pretty okay season we've had thus far. We've had some interesting games nonetheless. You know, a loss to UNLV, I guess, is nothing to really sneeze at, honestly, considering it's UNLV. They're a top 10 team. I think they were like number 8 in the nation before they got officially seeded. But yeah, I mean, we got a lot of strong wins. We did actually beat them at one point, so you know, we did get a win against them. 2 wins, actually. Wow, we actually did get 2 wins against them. So honestly, I thought we had only beaten them once. It looks like we had actually beaten them twice. So we're actually the big bad for UNLV because we beat them twice, and then they got their vengeance on us at the conference championship. So we're the final boss. It's this realization. It's like, oh, we're the bad guy. We're the guy that they needed to overcome. There is no overcoming for us. We were the guy who was kicking their shit in for a while. Oh no, my whole world is upside down now. But yeah, we got a lot of solid wins. I can't complain, honestly. But there you go. Like I said, I have a little bit of something for you guys on the stream after this. If you're watching this on YouTube, thank you so much for continuing to watch. I greatly appreciate it. And we will have the official NCAA tournament on the next episode. I imagine we'll probably just sim past the Austin, PA game. And if anything happens like it did in like, was it last year when I got a fluke loss and got ousted by no, it was the year before when I was like the number 1 seeded team and made history with losing to a 16, somehow losing to a 16 seeded team on a fluke loss and then just rage reset because fuck that. I'll probably sim past this because they're only like, what, 75 overall. We should be able to beat them. And then I'll worry about the rest after that. So thank you. And yeah, I'll have the week of dream matches on CFC. So thank you, and I will see you next time.